What's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a quick video today. Just doing puzzles. I think we're in the low 2800s right now. I dropped a couple puzzles earlier today, but I'm gonna film, see how close we can get to 2900. Probably only gonna do about 20 minutes, but let's jump into it. Make sure we're recording. All right. Rook G4. White's threatening mate, so I need some way to hopefully defend against that. We are up quite a bit of material, so I'm wondering if the premise here, excuse me, is to just try and defend. So thinking Queen E6, be able to block here. On rook takes, queen takes. Fine with that because we're still up a rook. I don't see another great way to defend here. Do something like this to still get back to the square. But then I can just keep getting checked by the rook. So queen here at least would cover G4 as well. Okay. Interesting puzzle. No one felt unique. Okay, white to move. We're in check. What to play here? Seems like a whole lot of bad options. So obviously we can't go here. Both of these squares lose to this fork. So do we want to block with the queen? I don't think we want to block with the pawn. Queen takes. Yeah, I mean, surely we're getting mated there. So if we block with the knight, we're at least hitting black's knight there. Not threatening too much else. Blocking with the queen doesn't seem great. So we're going to block with the knight. Excuse me. Do I want to kick the knight? Maybe you want to kick the knight? I've got a check I can give. Check king here. Take a pawn. I think we're hanging on there. And then take the pawn. Here I was thinking check. Yep. Okay. 2 in a row. Almost at 2850. So this one I'm thinking rook h7 with the threat of rook h6 mate. And I think that's got to be the move. I don't see a way. I wonder if one's better, because I could also go rook h1 to h7, threatening this mate. I think maybe this move is correct. On rook h1 to h7, if black goes here, and I take, I can't mate anymore because all of a sudden black has this as the escape square. Whereas here, black can't create the escape square. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so black's threatening mate. Bishop e4. I think bishop e4 is the right move. If queen takes, we're winning the queen. No real pieces hanging. My knight covers this. And so if the queen retreats, I don't know why I said it like that, retreats, to protect the bishop, then we take, and then this bishop's hanging on e5. That's what we're gonna do. Turn the phone off. So here we should just be winning the piece. I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, 4 in a row there. All right, so we got some discoveries. Which one is best? It's gonna be the question. Natural one, drop the knight back, still protected, in check. Black has here. Now, so double check. So king can go to one of these 2 squares. Doesn't necessarily seem great outside of that. I have no good way to cover either of those squares. You could go knight here to hit the rook and the bishop. Feels like just to win a piece is pretty slow. Maybe not what we're supposed to be going for here. What's the killer blow? Is there a killer blow? There may not be. I don't like knight f6. So right now I'm thinking knight c5, and what's my response to king f8? I have no other checks at that point. Problem is here, you know, something like bishop c6 and I take, black just, well, at least in that case I would be winning the bishop back. Rook here takes. Let's start with this. Not knight c5. So it was knight f6. And then what's the move? Just taking? Really? Okay. All right, drop one there. Queen h1. King here. Out of checks at that point. It's looking at queen f3. On queen f3, I get mated. King d7, or queen d7. Actually, I don't get mated. I do escape to h7. Point of queen f3 being that I'm threatening rook h1 mate. And white can't get out of that. I am just getting mated on queen e8. Right? Yeah. Queen e8 mates. All right. What about g5? White gets to take with en passant, and I probably don't want that. Okay, so what about queen h1, king g4, f5 check? If king takes, this is mate. If pawn takes, rook is mating there. Would have to block with the queen. I think that's it. We're going to play it. Might analyze this one real quick. Let's see what the right move was. Queen takes there. And mate. how did the position start here? King went down to h4. Ex f5. f4. Huh. Missed f4. Doesn't do me a lot of good to take here. Probably nothing with a check. Yeah, okay. Missed f4. Oh, it's going to make me do it again here. Okay. Next move, drop back down a little bit there. We got queen takes f2 check. King d1. Out of checks at that point. Out of halfway decent checks. That is, I'm wondering if knight d4 first. I don't think so. Threatening here, say white castles. Not gaining a lot there. Not gaining a lot. Here, then knight d4, queen's taking here with check. I'd have a lot of checks to avoid at that point, which I don't like the idea of. What else? What else? It's hard to think that queen takes f2 would not be the right move. So we're going to start with that. Not much with takes or with pushing here. Because this is the concern. Queen takes g6 and how I respond to that. I'd love to go something like knight d4, but takes here. Check. Here. Can't do that. Takes here. Check. King up. That doesn't work. Queen actually has no more checks at that point. So I am leaning towards knight d4. Here. Yeah, okay. So it was just realizing that you could escape there. That was the whole point of that puzzle. All right, knight d4 fork. Seems to be halfway decent. Only going to get the exchange out of it, but certainly better than nothing. Exchange should be pretty good. What's not to like about that move? What am I missing? It really doesn't seem like anything. Rook takes a2. Is that the... Seems like rook a2 is the critical response. Offering the trade. I'm wondering if I have rook e1 there. Doubling up on this bishop. Black can go rook a6. I'm at least winning this pawn back. Let's try it. Rook a2 is the response there. Anything to rook b1. Knight takes. Check. Not much. So my thought here was rook e1. We're hitting the bishop twice. It's pinned to the king. The only response black has to protect it is rook back to a6. I can take this pawn, say rook or king f7. Bishop back to c3. Bishop takes here. Bishop takes. Pretty complex there. So I'm noticing on knight takes e6, my bishop is covering. So knight takes e6, takes, takes, takes. I'm not gaining much there. Fork here. Nothing happening on takes. Bishop f8 check. Here. And then take. It's quite a few options here. Man. Is there a cleaner tactic? I don't think there's much with taking first. Convinced of that one at least. Rook e1, rook a6, takes, takes. Check at the end. Okay. So rook e1, rook a6 to protect the bishop. Knight takes. Rook takes. Bishop f8 check. If king tries to cover the rook, we take, and then we're winning the knight at the end. I think that's it. Rook e1, king moves first. And so here knight takes to cover the bishop. And then here to hit the knight. Okay. That one's tricky. That one was a little tricky. It felt tricky at least. Okay, this is a good position. Bishop takes. Or rook takes. So rook takes check. Assuming king here. Rook here threatening mate. Here. Check. I don't see a good response after rook takes, king c8, rook d1. Obviously, if king here, we have all kinds of discoveries to win the queen and win quite a few other pieces. After rook d1, I don't see how black escapes. And I guess maybe that's why king e8. For the sake of not getting mated. Because now obviously black's rook covers d8. Lots of discoveries here. Doesn't seem quite as clean as we would like. There's rook c7. King here. Rook d1. I think this is the move. So rook c7. Bishop check. Black can block with the queen. At which point we're just taking. And if the king moves, rook d1. Has the block with the queen. Do a quick double check. I think we're just taking. I should have taken a little more time on that. Interesting. That's a bummer. I felt like I found all the moves except the easiest one. Okay. Bishop e7. What to play here? It's quite a different style of position. F4 seems to be the natural move. Takes, rook takes. Yeah, I didn't really see a good response there otherwise. And we just want to take here. Here I'm winning the knight. Yeah. Okay. Anything fun with rook takes d3? Doesn't quite seem like it. Huh. We could try to set something up with with queen d4. Looking for this. It's a possibility. Queen d4 feels like a natural move, but it doesn't seem killing by any means. Maybe it is. We're going to keep going with it. Queen d4 is the right move. On rook here, I was looking at queen a1. Phone's making all kinds of noises. Could also go here. So check, say king e2. I don't really have a great response after that. I think because of that, I'm already leaning against queen a1. So what about just takes? Rook takes, takes. And then what is white's response there? Let me make sure there's nothing here. Queen a1, king e2. I just don't see it. I'm going to take, and then take again. I had something good there. White just sacrifices. All right, let's see if we can get one more right. Okay. Rook h7, rook f7. Don't have much else there. I don't think there's anything with sacking. Okay, so rook h7, rook f7, queen h5. Looking to at least win a rook. That feels right to me. Queen h5. And so here the thought was rook h8, king e7, win the rook. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got up to the 2860s. Not bad. Could have been better, certainly. Missed a couple of probably slightly easier ones in there, but got some right. Moved up in rating points, which is a goal. So still need to get to 2900. That's taken far longer than it should have. Maybe we'll just keep doing the puzzle videos until we get there. But oh well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.